Okay, we had a kick return here, and we gotta find that ball. When it comes to you, go to it. It needs to travel 10 yards before you touch it, and it was well over 10. They have an inside run on this one, Cam. You get blasted off the ball. Inside line, you got to do better about actually firing off the ball and hitting that offense. Sammy, good tackle. Jason, don't jump off sides. So they fumbled the ball here, so it worked out to our advantage. But linebackers, you were too far off the ball. You were about 7 yards back. Make sure you're 5 yards off the ball, linebackers. Good play though. However, in Cloud Right trips with the quarterback draw on this one, Ja'Cory, you got to tuck that ball when you're running. You got to protect it. It's a great play by design, and you got yanked and lost that ball because it wasn't tight to your body. All right, so we got toe man rip out of this one. Sammy, you got to do better about running just straight north and south, right up the field. Don't go backwards. All right, good read. Way to turn nothing into something. All right, so on this one we ran Tote Man Zip Lip. Travis, you were rocking like that whole first quarter. You rock in your stance. You need to get in a tighter stance. All right, how we taught you how to get in one. And the O line as a whole is offset in the backfield. Sammy, stick on that block. Jathan, good read. You got to run harder. All right, Tote Man Limbo Waggle, quarterback, you got to do better about getting depth, like we talked about. You started off okay, but you started to turn up too soon. Protect yourself and protect the ball. All right, again, you took a big hit here and almost lost the ball. And so Tote Man Rumble on this one, Jathan, Jack, and Cutter, you all got to run to a block. You can't just stand up and wait. Travis, fire off the ball and get someone. Okay, so we had Clown Right, Kyle Reverse with Kyle in the slot on this one. If you guys are uncertain of the play, you need to talk to somebody before we snap the ball. Kyle, look up, look inside. The whole game, they had our number on the outside. Ran an inside run to the right, and then they countered back to the left. Minor, you blew your guy over. You missed a tackle. Kyle missed a tackle. Jeremiah missed a tackle. Anaya missed a tackle. All right, we got a lot of arm tackles you got to run through. Braden slowed him down. Still alive, cutting back. Finally made a tackle. Okay, so Minor, you're in a really weird track stance. It's hard to get mad at you because you got by him and made that tackle, but use the proper technique, please. All right, they run a sweep right here. Braden, you need to realize where the field is. They're coming towards you. Don't get sucked in. You got to sit on that corner. Outside linebacker, you got to seal that outside better. All right, they run a sweep left on this one. Linebackers, and defenders as a whole, we got to stand up better. Before you fall down to your feet, or to your knees rather, stand up, run through the tackle. Right, these next few series, they run inside right through the middle repeatedly because we collapse in the middle. Right, there's one inside run in the middle. Here's another inside run in the middle. Cutter standing straight up, defensive line standing straight up, not moving forward off the snap. All right, we got to do better about firing off the ball. Another toss here to the outside. We seal the outside. We got the outside done good, but we cannot seem to protect the middle. So they go back to the middle on this one, and they're just going to drive this nail home until they get a touchdown. Good tackle, Jeremiah. And again, this is a counter to the middle, and we're just getting pounded in the middle. We're in clown right rip here. Jathan is left to fend for himself. He has a whole lot of defenders back there. O-line, got to do better. All right, we got a Toteman Justice home run. Left tackle, you got to block the defensive end. All right, the backs, you should go left and right. Jacory, good ball. Toteman limbo. Offensive line did good firing off the ball. Rigby, good run. All right down their throat. Good job. All right, again, we did clown right trips, quarterback keep. On this one, we got to do good O-line about just holding our ground, not getting pushed into the backfield because Jacory got stumbled up by the line on that one. We did Toteman Justice home run on this one. Jacory, you can see you were nervous about this one. Kyle was open. Don't get tunnel vision. Look at all your receivers. We got Toteman Kyle reverse. Kyle, you got to look inside on these runs. The Longhorns will shut down the outsides as well. Look inside. Okay, so we're kicking off here, and if you look at the left side of the kickoff, we're all bunched up. We need to be sideline to sideline. This is why our coverage kind of breaks down later on in the game. All right, so make sure that you're spread out evenly. All right, Jack, we got to check our stance here, bud. You're in that frog stance, standing straight up. We're going to run Tote Man Limbo here with Justice. You were not lined up on the ball. So dead ball penalty, illegal formation. Got to check the ref. All right, we're on Tote Man Zip Lip on this one. Left side of the line just got decimated. You guys got to do better. You cannot let that much penetration through. It cannot happen. Okay, we're on Tote Man Zip Limbo on this one. Jathan, you gotta run through that hole to find the block. Stop tiptoeing and looking backwards. Rigby, same thing. You gotta run and get down the field. So we're at Tote Man Limbo Waggle on this one. Quarterback, good read. O-line, you gotta do better. Noah, watch that block in the back. And we're in Tote Man Zip Lip on this one. Rigby, good read. Travis, you gotta make that block. You cannot just stand up and try and catch him. Now you're chasing him. You gotta fire off the ball and get to him. They ran a toss right on this one. Anaya, you got to back up a little bit when we're in Jake the Snake, and you got to run across the field, not downhill to make that tackle. You took a bad angle. That's why that play was still alive. All right, so the Yellow Jackets run a quarterback keep right. Again, minor on the right end. You're in that funky, weird stance. We do not teach that. Get in the right stance. Wrap up and run through the tackle, Addison. Okay, so they have another inside run. Again, minor with that crazy stance. Knock it off. Justice, arm tackle, diving. Don't dive, run through the tackle. And an inside run on the middle on this one. Good job on the read. Good penetration. Way to wrap up. Minor Brothers getting that tag team tackle. Right, on Toe Man Limbo Waggle, O-line, remember it's peanut butter. You got to pass block. You have to stand up, step back, and stick on your man. Cutter, you're not doing anything. I can't remember what this call was, so we're going to call it Clown Right Jacori. A quick read, and then you just improvise. Got her on that corner, turn up the field. All right, protect that ball, protect yourself again. Tripped. All right, so we run Tote Man Rip here with sickly Sammy. Sammy, you got to run straight up the field. O-line, you got to block better for him. You can't expect anyone to be able to run when you don't block. Okay, Tote Man, Justice home run on this one. Justice, good route. Jacori, you got to drop straight back on these. Offensive line, make sure you are blocking better. All right, you're making the quarterback run for his life. Okay, on this one, the call was not Tote Man Rip, but that's the play you ran. Jacori, I understand the confusion. You saw my number one hand in the air. Jason, you got to bolt to that corner, okay? Daylight is outside, not inside. Should have ran to the corner. Okay, on this one, we have a kickoff. Again, if you look at the top of the screen, the right side, you guys are all bunched up on top of each other. You need to spread out. That gap that you created on the right, and Jason, you start coming across to the left, that gap is exactly where 87 runs to, that far left side. We were saved by a tackle there at the end, but also a couple blocks in the back. I want to say it's a Naya on that tackle. Good job. Right there, the inside run, a counter, left. That right defensive end needs to stay home. Jeremiah, you got to stay home. You can't come towards the center of the ball like that. You got to stay on your little island out there. Good job, Kyle. We had a lot going on in this one. Tote Man Rumble. Addison, you got beat. Noah, you got beat. Cutter, you got beat. Rigby, you got to run faster. Jathan, you too. Very slow and awkward quarterback running back exchange. Got to do better. this one, I'm just going to talk to you at the end of the tape. Overall, we executed that game poorly. Offensive line got beat every time. We cannot play like that again. Offensive line needs to fire out the ball. You can't accept the defense. You have to go get them and knock them off the ball, or at least meet them on the line of scrimmage. If the offensive line doesn't block, then the running backs have nowhere to go. The quarterback has no protection, so he can't throw. Quarterback delivered some good balls downfield, except they were too far. So make sure that that ball is under control and on target, Jacory. Running backs, you need to run straight north and south, not so much dancing left and right and hesitating. You just need to hit the afterburner and go. Defense as a whole wasn't horrible, but there was a lot of diving. We need to stay on our feet and run through tackles. We need to wrap up and not arm tackle. Arm tackling is just putting one arm out there and having someone run into it. You need to make sure that you get in front of that ball carrier and take him out of the play with your body, and then wrap up in front of him, drive your feet, and continue to budge your feet. We'll work on those things. We'll be great. All right, you guys did good. You won. I'm proud of you, but we got a lot of work.